All right, we're getting close to the end of our 30 days. We got 3 days left. Today, I want to talk a little bit about being different than all of the rest of your competition and getting outside of the box, thinking way outside of the box so that you can do more sales in different ways than other people are doing. So one great example, let me show you this picture real fast. This is a picture of a flyer that an agent in our office made just recently, 2 weeks ago. His name is Shandon, and he put together this little flyer. He went to a website called lcamarketingcenter.com, and they have all these different templates that you can use. He made this little flyer. Are you tired of renting? Let's talk about buying you a house. And he used a resource. We can pull data. It's called Cole Realty Resource, I believe, but title companies have data like that as well. But he found all the renters in his neighborhood. And so he printed enough flyers to give to each of the renters in his neighborhood. And then he went door to door through his neighborhood to those specific houses where the renters were. And he dropped it off for all those people. And guess what happened? Within a day or two, somebody called him up, said, "Hey, Shandon, I want to buy a house. Let's go. $200,000. And they're under contract within a couple weeks. And he's having a nice Christmas because he thought outside of the box and he did something different. There's another testimony that we've heard recently where people have been going towards for sale by owners, and they'll use the Google Earth and they'll take a picture, like a little snapshot of Google Earth of that one person's house, of just looking straight down from above. And they take a snapshot and then they run a CMA for the whole neighborhood. So you can do this for all the houses that are FSBOs in that neighborhood. Just takes a quick second to do the snapshot of that one house. And then you text a picture, or you send an email with the picture, or you print off something and drop it off at their house. But the idea is that you catch their attention because they look at this picture and they're not really used to seeing, and they realize that it's their house. And then you say, "I've got something special for you. Did you know?" And then you talk about the sales for the neighborhood, put something different in their hands and go above and beyond. There's an agent out of Florida who's having tremendous success with client events, and he just consistently has client events, nurses clients events. So he really honors the nurses. I talked to you guys a little bit about this earlier, but he does these special mornings at the shift change for the nurses, says, "Come, have a free coffee on me. Let's connect. Let's be friends. I'm so thankful for you guys." And guess what? As he builds relationships with these new people, he's able to do more deals. And you're going to hear stories like this all the time. There's this company that will make you a book. It's $5 a book, and it'll put your picture, your face, and you can say that your team wrote this book. And then the idea is to go give it to expireds or FSBOs as a business card. And when you drop off your book, it gives authority to you, and people think that, "Oh wow, well, he has a book, he must know what he's talking about." The whole idea of almost every brilliant marketing thing that you see across the world is that when you do something different, when you go above and beyond and you do something that everybody else is not doing, people pay attention, people notice, and then you get business because of it. And we could talk about this all night long of different ways that you could be creative and do something. In college, I was in this thing called Freshman Leadership Organization. I went to Baylor University, and only 50 freshmen were allowed into FLO, Freshman Leadership Organization, out of a class of thousands. I think at the time Baylor had 13,000 students, like full-time students. And so however many that is divided by 4, there's several thousand students. And I got picked as one of the 50 to be in that class. And the reason was, it happened in the first 2 weeks of school. Nobody knew anybody. But the reason was, one of my friends that one of my best friends, we were roommates, he was in Flow a few years ahead of me, and he knew the trick. The trick was, on your application, along with hundreds and hundreds of other students who are applying to be in Flow, on your application, you got to go crazy. Go all out, do something that nobody else has ever thought of or done before, and get the attention of the people that you're trying to pay attention to. So I think mine was a Chinese box, but it was a huge, like 2-foot tall Chinese box with all this stuff inside of it. And my answers were inside of little components inside of this Chinese takeaway box that was huge. And guess what? It cut through the crowd, and I made it into that group of 50 people, and it was one of the most fun experiences I've had in my life. And that's how it goes with sales too. Do something crazy, do something different, get out there, be creative. The people that you're trying to reach will pay attention, and you will do more business as a result. So don't be afraid ever in your business sales to get way above and beyond what other people are doing, and get creative with it, because it's definitely going to pay off. Okay, so that's my tip for today. We got a couple more kind of lifetime pointer tips for you over the next few days, and then you'll be done with your 30 days. So way to go. Thanks for hanging in there. We'll talk to you tomorrow.